My name is Anant Reddy, and I'm from Nandi, and the industry that I work in is subdivisions. And in my working life, I've never seen all the goodies that we're getting in the specific industry. Philip knows, it's like Santa has come to town. So, my question is specific today to the subdivision industry, and that relates to the income tax concessions that we're getting. That's pretty much zero. And at the same time, I was reading the KPMG report, and it says that the capital investments gets tax credits towards the income tax, which is tax-free, which is discounted to zero anyway. So I was just wondering how that plays out. So that's a technical question. If an accountant can answer that for us. And I've got a second question. Well, the second question, the concessions that we're getting in the media, it says new subdivisions. So is it also applicable to subdivisions that has occurred and the developer is sitting with the stock? Is it applicable to that, or is it the subdivisions that starts from now going forward from 1st August? So just wondering about the applicability.
Thank you very much for that question. Certainly with regards to the new package for the subdivision of lots, what is being offered is, as has been listed in the policy summary, is we have the developer profit exemption, which means that if there's subdivision of lots happening and that is leading to any particular profit, for example, the lots have been developed and it's being sold, and then the actual selling price minus the purchaser's price ultimately leads to a gain, certainly for income tax purposes, it will be leading to an income tax exemption. But what is also being offered is the income tax, for respective investment level, we have respective amount of tax, amount of deductions. So for example, if the development is around $1 million, so it comes with about 20% income tax deduction. So that particular incentive would be very much relevant if it leads to a situation of loss. So what would happen is that land has been developed, it has been sold, and it is leading to a situation of loss. And because of this particular incentive, that particular loss can be extended, and that loss can be carried forward for a particular of 8 years. So in that situation, it will be very, very beneficial. We are drafting the income tax regulation, which is going to provide the rules for this particular incentive. And certainly the proposal is for the new incentive package, basically subdivision of land. So if some people already have some lands with them, then of course that is part of the package itself. It's just that this particular incentive is going to, the rules are going to apply on the development that's going to happen. It is not ring fencing in terms of when the land was acquired.
Thank you, Fazrul.
Is that the question? I think that's the answer. What we also have in our income tax, we have some provision for long-term, kind of long-term contracts when something is going to be developed and going to be sold, and we can apply the percentage of completion rules in the situation. But certainly, when the lots are developed and sold, and of course, on every year's income tax return, like the returns can be lodged, and whatever are the applicable incomes that has been generated will be subject to income tax exemption. And if it leads to a loss, then of course, by virtue of income tax, the relevant deduction that exists, that loss can be also carried forward. So at the moment, we do have provisions on long-term contracts. For example, something is going to take a bit of while for it to be completed. But of course, income tax laws are to be fulfilled, returns are to be filed. And in that situation, we apply what we have is called percentage of completion, which is very much consistent with accounting standards.
Thank you. Thank you.
See why Fazrul is the technical guy. I know what you're trying to get at. So essentially the question is this. You're saying if you've already subdivided your lot, right? And now you're going to sell the lots, will the new rules apply to you? That's what you're saying. I want to take the second issue that you raised, which is that it's going to take some time for new ones to apply. But I think there are lots of subdivisions. Yours is obviously, specifically, is a large one. It's a complicated one, as you know. But there are lots of other people that have some fairly uncomplicated subdivisions they can do, which is, access to roads and utilities, etc. If you see the structure they've done, it's also for smaller subdivisions. A lot of people who may have 2-3 acres of land. I want to only make 2 lots or 3 lots. So we've catered for them too. In respect of whether your subdivision that you've already completed and you have not sold, will the profits from them be caught under the new rules? Generally, the law does not have retrospective application, unless it's specifically stated. That's the general rule. The regulations being developed, that's being currently developed, obviously, is using that philosophy. Should there be any changes, you'll be informed. Well, if you can ring fence it, that's the issue. It has to be ring fenced. In particular, see, if you've already developed it, but are selling it in different stages, that's different to having done stage 1, which is now completed, it's being sold, has already been sold, but then you're doing stage 2. So stage 2 is completely different to stage 1. That needs to be ring fenced.